Do I have audio? Swift, do I have audio? Hopefully. Yes, I have audio. Good. All right, cool. All right, I still have to post things, so I'm running a little behind. Um, there are various groups. Where to post them? Sharing the link. Fans of No Danger. Boop a doop a doop a doop. Post. Instagrams. Instagrams. Putting on the Instagrams. It would be interesting if I live streamed my printer up sales, but I also am terrible at this and super awkward, so. Um, do. Sorry, I have to like share all these things everywhere, and I'm bad at the social medias. YouTube now. Okay, go, 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 go. Posting to stories. And I'm not going to, I already manually emailed 200 people today, so I'm not doing any more. Nothing more compelling than watching someone use Instagram. Yeah, I'm sure people who like do this regularly have like a good system, but I am not that person. I knew how the internet worked in 2001. I don't know so much anymore. Scott Wampler is telling me you're doing a live stream. Great. All right, well, let's give people, I said 4, so let's give people a little chitter chatter time to show up for this thing. Where else can I post? Did I post it there? I did. Okay. All right, we got a good 40 people in here. Are you Josh and crew for the day? Close. We do have a very, very similar backdrop in that we have a problem and it's behind us. Now, watching, it would be really funny to watch me hunt for flippers because I have a very particular way that I do it, and I don't really talk about it because I don't want people to know what the stop it, Scott. I don't really want people to know how I do it, but I assure you, when I do the flipper thing and I dedicate the time to it, it's just like me sitting there eating a Domino's pizza, just like gleefully deleting orders. And every time I do it, I'm like, I'm taking money out of my wallet and sending it away, but I don't care because I hate people. All right, what are we looking at here? Are those mixers or awards on the wall? That's Jeff Lutch. I have a serious problem with vintage guitar pedals. In fact, I have one of the largest collections in the world of them. It just goes, oh, I forgot I'm not using that one. I'm using this one. It goes all over the place. I have too many of them. Specifically, it's largely one company from the 70s in New York because I'm autistic, and this is what happens when you have money and are autistic. But yeah, they're guitar gear from the 70s largely. Saw the amount of donations. Yeah, so the donations got a little out of hand. There was 20,900 last I checked. In a lot of that, anything from the first like 2 days gets like matched. I don't know exactly how that works, but theoretically it's more. So that was a lot more than I anticipated. So thusly, I pulled a bunch of stuff out that I'm gonna raffle using the donators thing because I can't just give away one thing when $20,000 got donated. So the secret is Domino's. Once again, the Hut has. I wish there was a Pizza Hut around here. There's not, because I have fond memories of Pizza Hut, and I don't have fond memories of Domino's, but sadly, where I live, Domino's is the best pizza. It's kind of grim. Kind of disappointed this isn't streaming from a black and white bathroom. I do have a particularly cool bathroom. Donate to Frank. We need better excuse to donate to Planned Parenthood. No, you don't need a better excuse. There is no better excuse than it's Planned Parenthood, Ben. Pizza Hut's the best crust. I maybe. It's been so long since I've had it. The one that I used to go to as a kid, like, got torn down. Um, I mean, they all got torn down. They're all like dispensaries and what's the other thing? Chinese restaurants now. Like every Pizza Hut around me is either a dispensary or it's a Chinese restaurant, or it's a Chinese restaurant that it was Pizza Hut, then it was a Chinese restaurant, and now it's a dispensary. I mean, everything's a dispensary now. Song, it's not a Songs of the South Bear. It's Big Bob from Big Billy Bob from the Showbiz Pizza Rocket Fire Explosion. He's just hanging out with me. Seems like a Pizza Hut with dispensary. That's how they could come back. If Pizza Hut got their weed license, they'd be making. I mean, the Girl Scouts should just get a weed license at this point. Showbiz Pizza, fellow Mass native. Yes. Wait, aren't you from where? Don't we know each other somehow? Michelle Dion? Don't we have like a? Do you have a brother who I went to school with or something? I think that's true. Billy Bob. Billy Bob has a little guitar there. Yeah, surrounding me is just guitar pedals and other gibberish. So, all right, we got like 50 people here. All right, so let's give a couple more minutes. I'm. Oh, I thought I said it. You're not from Wales. Okay, I guess not. Have a dream gig poster that you'd like to do. I really wanted to do one for the Black Sabbath, like the final Black Sabbath shows. I don't even know if this is still happening because I went to like one of the last Black Sabbath shows and it was like 4 years ago. And I think they're still trying to tour. I'd like to do one for them. I do want to do a Metallica poster. I have a very complicated relationship with Metallica, but I want to do one. What else? The problem is that most of the bands that I actually listen to are not the bands that would ever sell a poster. I actually offered, like one of my favorite old like hardcore bands is reuniting after like 25 years, and they're playing like they're playing a 300 cap room, and like I offered to do a poster for them for free, just because I wanted to do poster for a genre of music that I actually listen to. Sorry, jam bands. I don't actually listen to jam band music. This is getting awkward if Dean's. I don't think Dean's name is in there. I thought he said Wear Mass. I did say Wear Mass. What's the band? Satia? Um, you know, I would love to do a Pearl Jam poster. They're definitely it's not a dream of mine. I don't have the same relationship with Pearl Jam that a lot of people my age do. Um, I was into different stuff at the time, but I would like to do them just because I have the weird unpopular stance that I actually like later Pearl Jam, and I don't like any of the early stuff. So like I would do like a late era Pearl Jam poster. All right, let's call it at 4:10, and then we'll start. I'd like to request something off the Some Stranger LP. Yeah, we all would. I'm still waiting on inserts for those. Have you ever asked Adam Jones to do anything for Tool? No, but I totally would do a Tool poster. But the only thing about them is like I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but like they're doing this like weird like fixed format thing for the Tool posters, but they're kind of just taking established art and like putting Tool on it, and I don't quite get that. Like, why? I guess that makes them look cohesive, but it doesn't always look good. When does late era PJ start? Um, I think when I say late era, I literally just mean I don't like the stuff from like the 90s. Um, like no code is probably where I come in, and even then, it's like that's I don't know, lightning bolt or something on it recently. I was kind of into that one. Favorite poster to date. My favorite art print I've done was not a particularly popular one at the time, but it's like a long horizontal of like a living room that's kind of abandoned, and it just was like, without getting into deep personal details, was just important to me, and I only made like 100 copies. Um, and it looks a little janky now because it's like 12 years old or something. I think I did it in like 2010, 2009, 2010. But it's still the one that like resonates the most with me. Gig poster wise, um, it's a good question. I feel like the fish one um, was the most stuck landing poster that I've probably ever done. Like instantly, like hell yeah from everyone. Um, Maybe it's because like I don't have a huge personal attachment to fish, and I like didn't overthink it, and I just kind of was like, this is what makes sense to me, and I wasn't too caught up in like the band's iconography, which, anytime you have to tackle doing like a Grateful Dead poster or something that has, or like Third Man Records, Jack White stuff, anything that has really strong aesthetics attached to it, it's sometimes hard to do because um, there's too much jangling around in your brain. Whereas I know nothing about fish. Like I know that Trey's a cool dude, and I like his guitar gear setup, um, and that's it. So I wasn't hung up on it too much. Um, so I just got to be ultimately the poster was way more me than it was them, and I think that's where I do the best, which is to say, like, I kind of do what I'm good at, and I kind of do what I like doing and what excites me, and then I just sneak a little bit of the band in and like the little like Easter eggs and all that. How excited are you about the switch to Shopify? Already, Shopify is a zillion times better than Store Envy. My God. There's this great feature where it shows you a 3D map of the globe, and then everywhere that people are doing stuff on your site, it shows them on the map, like shows what they're doing, and it feels like I'm watching like war games or something like that. Do you plan on working with Dave Matthews Band in the future? Yes. Sooner rather than later, actually. It has not started, but it's sooner rather than later. Um, do band management come to you or do you reach them? At this point, they come to me very rarely, only in specific incidences where I really wanted to work with someone that I kind of poke them out. Generally, people are coming to me. I can only take on like a handful of posters a year, and actually this year I did way too many. Um, Next shadow box. Any thoughts on the next shadow box? I really want to do for the shadow boxes. What they're talking about is these like laser cut things that I do, where it's like multiple layers of screen prints that are laser cut and they're housed in a box and there's light and all that stuff. Um, I have a Lord of the Rings one that I think is a really smart idea, and I really want to do. This will be probably a much smaller run because it's pretty niche, but I really want to do the outside of the gym from Carrie, where she's standing in the doorway, and like the exterior is all the outside of the gym, and the interior is all like the decorations and the fire. Because if anyone put LEDs in that, it would look incredible. And because I could have it, I could have like the windows and doors folded open and such. I think that'd be really fun. Do you always start hand drawn to digital? It's been more digital lately because when I hand draw, I'm using Clayboard, and Clayboard is physically, it's like a thick clay surface that you're inking and carving through with a knife. And that tension, like the pressure of pulling on a knife with your hands has given me arthritis, and I'm not even 40 yet. So I've been leaning away from the traditional work because it's too much tension on my hands, and I have lobster claws now, and it's very painful. Not to say that I won't do it. It's just I'm saving it for like special things and shows, and I'm not going to do it. Anytime there's client work, I'm not really going to do something that I can't change easily. Um, Moving quickly. Have you been asked to do anything with Stranger Things? No, but Stranger Things owes me about $500 based on that last episode I watched, because come on, it's like a girl floating like this above a destroyed Victorian house that's all blue, covered in vines. Like, not saying they'll rip me off. I'm just saying I've seen it before. Do you watch Umbrella Academy? I have not. I've only watched like half the first season. Winter Tour? I think earlier than that, actually. What scene from Lord of the Rings are you planning? I want to do the Nazgul with the the hobbits underneath the tree roots because I can tuck them back and put roots over them, and then the foreground tree, and then the Nazgul behind that, like looking over, like that thing. I think there's good depth there, and I can definitely make that work. Um, you seem to be having a thing going on with Mondo right now. Oh, nothing's. I'm joking. Like we're fine. I asked San Diego Comic Con to move my booth closer to Mondo because I was in the like YA section and I was like just around like kids books. So I asked them to move me closer to Mondo, but that was like 2 years ago and they did. But then when Mondo got bought by Funko, Mondo moved to the Funko booth, which is like literally a quarter mile away. So I'm now just in like anime merch land by myself. It's not. I'm just joking with them. I think it'd be funny. Um, what's the deal with foil bents variants? I don't know. I don't like foil paper. I think it's miserable to deal with. You have to adjust. You have to do the change the entire structure of the print to make it look like anything. Basically, in order, why I don't like foil is that you have to like do the entire illustration to fit the foil, and then maybe it works on paper. Like it's just too limiting for me. It's too shiny. It doesn't function for how I like. Um, Coolest thing you did recently for high demand print was hide on your site under a different name with no product thumbnail. Wait, I did that? Oh, I did do that. You're right. Can you give the background, your thought process behind the Deer Creek poster? Was that Deer Creek is the Noblesville, right? Um, it is Billy Bob and Showbiz. It's pretty simple. It was just the Noblesville is a stop on the Nickel Plate Road, which is like a famous old-timey railway line. And there's really cool iconography and signage designed for that line. There's actually like a special font that they use across all the signs. Um, and Noblesville has a transportation museum. In the transportation museum, there's lots of amazing old vintage trains. I am not a model train enthusiast, but if there was a stiff breeze, I will be. I love trains. So I just wanted to do something with trains. I wanted to do something with this particular kind of signage, and I wanted to make sort of a dreamy amalgamation of all these different parts of Noblesville, including the courthouse and the towers, like the railway towers that watch the tracks, et cetera, et cetera. And I wanted it to look like a turn of the century photo, like a black and white sepia tone photo, because a lot of photos of that era, they would become framed with this like dark charcoal gray mat with gold inlay on it. I have my bathroom in my house is literally just filled with these photos. That was largely it. Also, I don't know very much about Dave Matthews, so I also don't know what iconography to sneak in. So I just snuck in like the names of people who ran fan pages and such, because I was trying to like research like what to draw and whatnot. Why did Mondo abandon their boy? I don't know why they abandoned me. I don't want to do any foil stinks. Agreed. What is the origin process for your print titles? I'm a writer inherently by heart, probably before I am an illustrator. The titles of the prints, they're just something I want said in the scene, but not necessarily at the time that you're looking at the scene. So if there's a picture of this kind of beautiful, weird scene, the dialogue is something that might have been said there at some point in time, but not necessarily the moment you're looking at. And it's just to give a little bit of a push of narrative, to give people some narrative context on how to view what the scene is. And I really enjoy that process because I just get to write strange prose and confuse people. It's definitely become a little bit of a signature thing for me. It's probably my favorite part of the whole process, to be honest. Sailor Moon print. Thank God for model trains. Agreed. Do you know the Almanac guys? How did you figure to put them on train? So the Almanac guys, I was trying to find. The Dave Matthews Almanac is this insane website where they categorize and they like record every single possible piece of data related to every single Dave Matthews show. And I was just trying to find a website that maybe like archived past Noblesville posters to see like to make sure I wasn't doing anything redundant. Like maybe too many posters have trains on it, and my idea was bad. Um, so then I found this website, and it was like the most insane like collection of information possible. Um, like it's more information than anyone would ever need, but I just really appreciated the hustle of it. It's kind of incredible. It's like every single song, every single last time that song was played, like frequency of those songs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it was the like autistic part of my brain was like, ooh, I like this crazy amount of information. So I looked up who did it because I always hide stuff in prints. Like I'm always hiding people's names in gig posters and such. So I figured they deserved a shout out. So I got the names of the guys who seemed to run the site and I put it in there. Like they didn't know about it. What was funny is that one of the guys who worked on it, Hart, I forget what his first name was, he had like never bought a poster. He had like never bought a Dave Matthews poster before, and like he was at that show coincidentally and bought a poster and got it home and framed it and put it on his wall and didn't know that his name was on it until it was on his wall, which was pretty incredible. Uh, will Mondo compensate you with Rob Jones Funko? If Rob Jones gets a Funko, that would probably be the one and only Funko I ever own. What made you choose the lyrics that you put on the train ticket? I don't remember how I got to that one. I think I was just scanning through Dave Matthews lyrics, trying to find something that resonated to like time, because it was the signage on the print was supposed to be like departure signage, and something about it just made sense. It felt a little bit like a title that I would have used on my own, and I just liked that. Um, how'd you get into gig poster design? I was 20 years ago. I played in bands. I played in bands. I still play in bands, and we needed. That's my dog. Um, and I made our own posters, and then I started making posters for other people, and then I started making posters for friends of friends, and then I was getting emailed to like, hey, can you make a poster for Built to Spill, which was my first ever like paid poster, and then it just went from there, and I was good at it, and I enjoyed doing it, and it provided a lot of fun opportunities. And I really like silk screening. Like my first job right out of high school was I worked in a silk screen shop. So I mean, I've been doing nothing but this for 20 years. Do, 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 do. Why don't burn the pig on the train? I don't know about the burn the pig. I just liked. I don't. Apparently, that's an important line. I just thought it was interesting. It was the name of another fan page, I think, or like we used to be a big fan page. So I was like trying to shout out fan page people in the artwork. Um, what do you listen to when you're working? Honestly, I don't listen. I more watch TV. I put on like TV shows I've seen before 1,000 times, um, and then I just music is almost distracting to me. But TV shows that I've seen before, where I'm following long form narrative, operate tends to tickle that part of my brain. I'm not old. I'm 40, and I started doing. I turned 40 soon. Uh, I started doing gig posters while in college. So I was probably 20, I think. I was probably mm, I was probably 20 when I did my first like paid gig poster job, and I'm just turning 40 in September. I look, I guess I look younger than I am. I feel 80. Is Danger middle name? No, my real last name is an unpronounceable Polish mess, so I don't use it, and I've never used it. I like my last name, but no one can remember it. No one can pronounce it. It has a silent J in it. It'd be impossible to remember, so I've gone by Daniel Danger since I was like 14. How long do most posters take for you to create the art? These days, I've gotten better at coming up with designs that I can do in like under 2 weeks. I used to spend way too much time on posters. Generally, I try to get like the main artwork done in a week, and then like I'll spend a couple days on separations and variant stuff and whatnot. How do you color your steps? I draw everything directly into layers, and then the individual layers have like a color overlay on them that I can kind of adjust as I go. But I start the print with multiple layers in mind. I don't draw a flat image and then pull it apart. Your pedal wall is rad as fuck. It is. Thank you. Do you own any shirts that are not black tees? Most of them are black shirts. Who are some of the favorite gig poster artists? Oh, it's this is a long list. I'm afraid of answering that because I don't want to leave anyone out. I can tell you that Dave Clock is incredible. He always has the funnest ideas. The Land, Justin Santora, like Midwest crew are always making the most like steady and solid work. Calvin Laturi, I don't know, I'm mortified I got to pronounce it wrong. Calvin Laturi does the best text in the game right now. I don't know. I like everyone but like 4 people, and I'm not going to name those 4 people. Everyone does a bang up job. Do you like doing Grateful Dead or the iconography tuning? It is Dan. Grateful Dead is tricky. Like I said before, it is tricky because they have like these 4 really famous pieces of iconography, and then if you don't do them, people miss them, and if you do them, people think like, it's the skeletons again, it's the skull or whatever, steal your face or whatever his name is. It's tricky. Like the print I did of like the girl in the stream, like that felt a little like I'm gonna take the thing and put it on the thing. I like that print a lot, but it didn't feel like a good use of this stuff. The Phil Lesh posters I did where I took the steal your face skull and like turned it into a house, that felt much more like inventive to me and like interesting. I'm much happier with that. Of the Grateful Dead-ish stuff that I've done, I'm the most happy with that. I did a 7-inch. I did 2 pieces of art for 7 inches too, and most people haven't seen those because they only existed as 7 inches. Thoughts on Methane? I like Methane. They're good dudes. They've been around forever. Your style reminds me of Dan Mumford. Yeah, there's like the Dans. There's like me, Dan McCarthy, Dan Mumford, Dan McAdams, and who's the other Dan? There's another Dan. But we all draw buildings and stuff. Yeah, Dan and I came up. I could say this sentence and it will relate both to Dan McCarthy and Dan Mumford, is that Dan and I started around the same time, and there's things that we do that are similar aesthetics, but how we do them is so vastly different. Like Dan McCarthy and I both draw buildings in New England because we're 2 guys who live in New England, and if you look at the illustration, the way we do them is pretty different. But Dan's work tends to be a little more realistic. Dan Mumford tends to be a little more fantastical and, like colorful and vibrant. So like my stuff also kind of crosses with his a little bit. I think we just came up at the same time, and there was an illustration style that like we all kind of like started in together and then sort of found our own voice in. Do you have the Lee Ronaldo pedal board? I do. It's over there. I bought a lot of Sonic Youth's gear some years ago. Will you be at for South by Southwest for Flatstock? I might, because I kind of miss Flatstocks. What architectural masterpiece would be a good subject for one of your prints? That's a good question. I'll have to stir on that one. To use a Wacom tablet? Yes, I've used a Wacom tablet since like 1997, and I used stuff that was like predated Wacom. New Englander shout out. All right, it's 4:30. There's 92 people here. I guess I should probably start pulling some stuff out. Have you ever collaborated with another artist for print? Yeah, I'm collaborating with an artist right now. I'm excited about that one. I did that huge group collaboration with like 30 artists 2 years ago when COVID started. Calvin helped me on the Dave Matthews print. Gave him my idea for what I kind of thought the border and text should look like, and he hit a home run with it. Thoughts on Unwound and Sonic Youth? I don't. Do you have 4 hours for me to talk about Unwound and Sonic Youth? Because I'll do it. Do you collect gig prints? Not really. I probably buy like 2 or 3 posters a year, and they almost never go on the wall. It's just like they're so good, I have to have them, and I just like they disappear into the flat files. I have more artwork than I'll ever know what to do with. And the one collection I seem to be able to keep organized is this whole thing. Paddington. Paddington might happen. Do I have any say on which cities? No, but I generally try to push for cities, shows near me, because if I want to go, I want to go. And sometimes it's just easier to like deliver the prints versus shipping. Does it surprise you of how valuable a Dave Matthews print going? I am legitimately a little surprised, to be honest. I know, like, I guess I'm not familiar with like the Dave Matthews print world, so I was a little taken aback, for sure. I mean, I'm honored by it. I definitely struck a chord with some people. All right, so let's jump over to at least giving some things away. So how I did this, and I'm gonna pull it up. Where's my Google Sheets? My Google Sheets. There's Google Sheets. Is for every $20. So this is for the Planned Parenthood donation-a-thon. For every $20 someone donated, that's 1 ticket in the auction. So this is really hard to see. So if you donated, you have a line in my spreadsheet for every $20 that you donated. So if you donate $100, you have 5 lines. Thus, you have 5 numbers. Like this Matthew fellow has numbers 1 through 5. Ashley has 6 and 7 because she donated $40. And this just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And you see those big red ones? That's where people donated a whole lot of money. And coming up, here's the purple one. Here's the purple ones. It's coming where someone donated a truly asinine amounts of money. Where is it? There's the purple one. You know how many tickets they bought? A lot. Still scrolling. Yep. Fear that. Keeps going. So these are all donations. So there was 20,800-ish estimated donations. So there are 1,042 possible slots in which one could be picked. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is Google, where's Google? Google has a random number generator. And you can go to Google and you can type minimum, maximum. So I typed in minimum 1, maximum 1,042. So I'm going to press that button. And I'm going to pull something out of the pile over there. And then I'm going to hold it up. And then I'm going to press that button and go to that number and see who won it. And then put a little note in my little Google sheet. And then make Charlie ship it all. Because I'm not going to do it. He's going to ship everything. All right. If the purple, yeah. Basically, if the purple guy bought a print to the store, please get him a doodle. Yeah, the purple guy is getting something regardless. If he wins something, cool, but he's getting stuff regardless. There's a few people who donated. There were a couple $1,000 donations. So those people are like, yes, they're in the running to like get this stuff, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to send them stuff anyways because, wow. The purple guy is on a whole other planet though. Like I'm going to like hand deliver that to his bar or something like that. All right. Charlie's the best. Charlie is the best. Horrible odds are a great thing to see in a situation like this. Yeah, I know. I considered like, I think if he wins something, I gotta like, no, I can't take that. He donated way too much for me to have. If he wins everything, he wins everything. That's how this goes. But there's like a 1 in 4 chance it's gonna be him. But listen, if you donate that much money to Planned Parenthood, you get to win everything. That's the Does Charlie answer emails? Charlie is a little slow with emails because he works like 4 other jobs. This is not a full-time thing for him, so he does his best. I cannot afford to hire a full-time person. Charlie, he he works other. This is like his job in between jobs. Um, I will do my best to poke him. Is Charlie the dog? No, Toby is the dog. Toby is over there. He's gonna hear me and then run. All right. So what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm gonna pick something and then we're gonna try this random number thing. Okay. All right. Giveaway 1 is this poster and this poster. This is I'm gonna. This poster is I speak in ninth grade form. Cord under the door. Powers out. We wait out the storm, and I am floored. I drew this in 2011, 12. It's one of my best-selling prints by a mile. And then this one is Where do you go when you go? Are you on your way back home? So I'm gonna put this in front of the camera, like that. Look at this beautiful bluey, snowy blue. So these 2 prints are going to go to, all right, Google number generator. I wish it made a funny noise when we do it, but it doesn't. 863. It's going to be that guy, I promise you. It is that guy. So it's going to Purple Man. I promise if he wins everything, I'll keep pulling stuff out. All right, 863. I gotta make a note here. Where is he? There. He can't win. I won't win him everything. Storm where set. Done. All right. Listen, he earned this. I'm going to decorate his bar by the time we're done with this. All right. Oh, that's too, I should shout it out. That's Joshua Weinstein, who runs a bar called The Quiet Few in Boston. He made the biggest donation by a mile. He is purple block. So he won round 1, unsurprisingly. Round 2. This one is called Yes, But I Never Had a Plan. And this one is called Darkness Forgives. Look at this guy. Got a spooky building. This looks like some Stranger Things stuff. That's why they ripped me off. I'm on to them. They're not fooling anyone. And this is my wife dragging a lamp around. Lisa Thomas, how do we know what our number is? You don't. I will tell you. I will read the names off because I don't want to share the spreadsheet with everyone because it has a lot of personal information on it. All right, so will I be signing these? Yes, I will be signing them. So, all right, set number 2, generate. Oh, you're not going to like this. Where'd it go? Where'd my sheets go? All right, it was Joshua. It was Joshua Weinstein again. 836. Joshua Weinstein again. All right, maybe that's what he's getting. And okay, I'm gonna pull Joshua out of the running for now because he just won 2 things in a row. I'm gonna put him back in the running for like the good stuff at the end, but maybe these common things will take him out of the running for now. I'm gonna hook him up no matter what. He won't be upset. Joshua, are you in here? You won 2 in a row. Come on now. Ugh. This is one of the more complex illustrations I've ever made. This is half of it. It's called Meet and Secret Speak and Code, and it is of a very destroyed kind of haunted house place. And this is a keyline print, which is to say it's only the black line work. So number 23 of 40. So, all right. I gotta make a note of SimSet. 4 blueprints. He gets all of those. All right, so the Meet and Secret print. Random number generator. He didn't win. 955. So that's Lauren Ward from Forest, Indiana. All right. Lauren Ward, congratulations. You won a print. Lauren Ward. Are you in here, Lauren Ward? Yeah, everyone congratulate Joshua because he did it. He did a very nice thing. Joshua, it is rigged. Joshua definitely gets it. He has a really good chance of getting it. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm going to demand that they hang all this stuff up. Lauren Ward, 955. All right. So, this is a print of Destroyed Disneyland in shiny, slightly metallic black grayscale edition. It's got Mickey Mouse on it. It's got Destroyed Cinderella's Castle. This is an idea that I had for years, and I finally executed it at the beginning of COVID. It sold really well. I did a couple different colorways. I've got cotton candy themed one coming out for Comic-Con. I'm very excited for it. All right, so that guy is going to random number generator. Is it going to Joshua? 492. 492. Where? Oh, too far. 492. On my list, 492 is MJ Consulting Incorporated. I guess I don't have a name there. But they are whoever MJ Consulting Incorporated is in Madeira Beach, Florida. They donated. That's easily I think they were like one of the $1,000 donators. 492. All right. So black and white Disney goes to. It's not very rewarding to have like a fun lottery and then you announce the winner is J Consulting Incorporated. Joshua, what's the name of your bar? It is called, where are you? Joshua's bar is in Boston. It is called The Quiet Few. People are asking. But corporations can be people too. A Disney print to a business in Florida. Seems fitting. It does. That is correct. It's going home. All right, another one. This one is called, and sometimes you go to that place we do not know, and sometimes you come back, and sometimes you don't. This is a big old silkscreen from 2015, so this is a couple years old at this point. We made like 100 green ones of a bunch of this era of prints, which were only sold in like brick and mortar stores. Like so if you had a gallery or if it was like a live in-person event, that's where you could get one of those. So hold one of those out. So that is going to random number generator. 138. Who is 138? 138 is Jan Olson from Los Gatos, California. 138, Jan Olson. All right. Green, sometimes you go. Boom. A winner who was not Joshua. Any questions in here? How many spots did the one guy buy? I don't want to like totally give away his financial information, but he bought hundreds of spots. What was the place from Madeira? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Congrats, Jan. Jan Olson. All right, she's in the chat. She won. Hooray, Jan. Going to the Bay Area. All right, you got something. How do I come up with the long titles? I write them from my weird broken brain. People always think they could come from books and stuff, or they're like song lyrics, but no. Um, I will say that I often take the titles and I put them in songs of my own because a musician, I have plenty of records under my name, and I kind of borrow. Sometimes I'll take lyrics from my songs and put them as titles. Sometimes I'll take titles and use them as lyrics. Sometimes it's just gibberish. So far, everyone but business has been in the chat, I think. Yeah, how come J Consulting, MJ Consulting is not in the chat? Um, Thanks for giving away multi-prints. Didn't even have to. I do have to do that because this wouldn't have been fun if it was just one print. I thought it was only going to be like a handful of donations, and it was like way too many donations. Not too many, but you know what I'm saying. All right. This is limited to one. This came out a couple years ago. I think this is like the second printing of it. I don't remember, but this is the print I did at the very beginning of COVID mania, where everyone was just stuck inside all the time with their stuff. And so I drew this pleasant image of this woman alone in a room, surrounded by her records and music, and being by herself. And people seemed to really connect with it because we were all very, very lonely for a long time. So, all right, limited to one. Who's getting that one? All right, random number generator 77. Do do do. Graham McKillop? Is that I'm pronouncing right? Graham McKillop. Okay, Graham McKillop in Brooklyn, New York. Graham McKillop, are you in the chat? Graham. If you like that print, I am reprinting it for Comic-Con, and I will have copies in my store soon enough. Congrats, Graham. Now you've done Disney, make the Florida Project. Listen, I want to make the Florida Project print, but Disney won't let me. And no one is willing to, like, go up against. The entire concept of the print was the Mickey Mouse ears. And when they said I couldn't make the Mickey Mouse ears, I was like, well, that's the entire print. Graham. Is the tone arm on that record player in that print backwards? No, everything is backwards. Wait, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Like, I know the camera makes everything flippy, floppy. Jan Olson, you're there again. I saw your name. Graham. All right. What else we got? All right. So I'm just gonna give a normal one of these away. But I realized that almost everyone who donated was sent a link to a place where they could buy one. So there's a very good chance that whoever bought this or wins this may have already bought one. So if you win it and you've already bought one, I'll just refund you. Or I'll doodle. I don't know. You tell me what you want to do. It's yours. So this is the regular one. It'll be all signed and pretty. Alrighty. Random number generator. Wait, what? They might give up Mickey's rights in a few years? No way. Not a chance. Not a chance in hell. Disney would like literally murder people to make sure that they own the rights to Mickey Mouse. Like, there's what they're already doing to control Mickey Mouse is like wildly like questionable. All right. So Dave Matthews print. Didn't get a chance when I donated? What do you mean you didn't get a chance when you donated? I sent a link. I sent everyone an email link. I mean, it was like 2 hours ago, but I did. All right, random number generator. Generate. 559. 559. 559. 559. James Stewart. in New York, New York. He donated $20. He had one single ticket. One ticket. And he got one of the big prizes. James Stewart. DMB regular print. Putting it in my spreadsheet. James Stewart. Are you in here, James Stewart? Oh, you need to check. You do need to check your email, Andrew. You have a. I really want to know about this Mickey thing. I really want to derail this entire thing to discuss Mickey Mouse copyright. Pronounced my name wrong? Oh, you're joking. Okay. Jimmy Stewart. That's all it takes. Okay. Congrats, Jimmy. Jimmy. Don't get me wrong. I love Disney. I love Disneyland. Disney World is all right. Disneyland is better. Let's be honest. It's better. Animal Kingdom is better than all of them. But Disney has some questionable business practices. There's some lawyers there that aren't fun. I try to play nice with them. Also, I have they're over there, and I don't really feel like jumping up to getting them, but I have Mickey Mouse ears. Like, you know how you can go to Disney and get like Mickey Mouse ears that have like your name on them? So, since my name is Daniel Danger, my brother got me Mickey Mouse ears that said Danger. And then once they were done making them, they handed to my brother and they said he's never allowed to wear them in the park. So I have Mickey Mouse ears that I'm not allowed to wear in the park because they say Danger on them in like scripty font. Like what threat am I going to be to anyone in Mickey Mouse ears? Danger in a scripty font. Google Mickey Mouse will enter the public domain in the year 2024. I don't believe it. They're going to do something. Yeah, let's just keep going down the Mickey Mouse rabbit hole. I want you to post stuff in the comments about Mickey Mouse copyright rabbit hole. What else can I give away? I have the... They do not like making ears with weird names. Not surprised. What can I give away? Kind of out of prints. Well, not out of prints. I've just pulled some stuff. I guess we'll do the big one because we're coming up on 5 o'clock. So we've been at this for an hour. So that seems like a good time to wrap up. All right. So here's the doodled variant. Pause for effect. Doodled variant. It's got a cool little tree on it. Drawn in the corner. Is it going to focus? It's not going to focus. Come on. Focus. Focus. Nope. It's not going to focus. My camera doesn't want to focus. So I wanted this one to look like a rainbow sherbet hellscape. Because the original was supposed to look like an old-timey photo, and I wanted the variant to just look like insanity. Doodle. I'll probably look for some more stuff. Sorry, I'm reading all this Mickey Mouse information. Did the Inside Me in Blue sell out already? No, it shouldn't have. I gotta open up my store, I guess. Why is it marked out of stock or something? Come on. Why are you being slow to load? Shopify's not working now. Yeah, I mean, there's a timed edition that I'll run for a little bit, and then there's a blue edition. If it's sold out, that's a mistake. Like something's wrong with the store. It's a new store. I'm still figuring my way around it. Maybe I put inventory wrong. It shouldn't be sold out. Oh, if it says it was marked, wait, weird. I don't know why this is taking so long. The end of the Danger Empire Shopify. I'm checking. I've derailed. At the height of the big draw, I've now derailed to check my No, it says the blue should be there. Yeah, products. I would feel bad if I spent this entire time with a print that wasn't available. Do do do. No, it's in stock. Yeah, they're there. Yep. I the variant sold out in minutes. Yeah. Um, please consider picking up those art prints because they're going to be cool. They're going to be huge. Like, you know, they're twice the size of the gig poster, and I had a lot more colors to work with, so I was able to really kind of like flesh everything out a little bit more. I'm very, very happy with them. Um, do. Just to clarify, the store is only open to donators. At the moment, yes, they were given a password to get in there. It wasn't the entirety. Like there will be ones available to the public. I didn't put the entire run up there. They had a good chunk of the run. Um, yeah, yeah. The art prints. The blue one is a limited edition. It's like a fixed edition. The black and white one will be timed. I'll push that more public, probably tomorrow or something. Um, there's there are some more Dave Matthews prints of both kind to go public. I didn't want to put everything to the donators, but you got most of them, I'll be honest. Most of them. 96 of us should be given the password? Oh, maybe. All right, let's pick this last one because we're coming up on 5 o'clock. Yeah, if you donate, you got an email and the password already. Random number generator. All right. 446. Who is 446? Robert Hoff of Madison Heights, Michigan. Robert Hoff. Robert Hoff. Robert Hoff. Robert Hoff. Are you here, Robert Hoff? Doodled pink variant for one Robert Hoff, number 446. Robert. Yeah. So that's it for the giveaway. We've given away a good stack of prints here. If you didn't, please remember, Daniel's keeping track of the orders. If you didn't donate and bought early, I could cancel. Yeah, I could, because that's the plan. Because it is my least favorite thing in the universe is when people try to game things for themselves and they're like, well, it doesn't apply to me. Like, I can sneak around and I can buy this. I can hack your store. I can get get the password from my buddy. And I can buy two. I can use a bot and do this and that. And I'll buy 6 copies and I'll sell one to blah, 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 blah. That's what I do. You got to hustle. Man, I hate that shit. It makes doing fun things really unfun when there's some guy who's just, it's always a guy. It's literally always a guy. It's never once been a woman. Just throwing it out there. It's always a guy in like cargo shorts who's like, I bought 17 copies through bot accounts. You're trying to do something fun, and people try to find a game it for selfish reasons. So the store is open to people who donated. If you did not donate, the store is not open to you. I have a spreadsheet of names, and I have a spreadsheet of orders, and it takes me literally 2 seconds to go boop. So don't buy something if you didn't donate. Because if you got money for posters, you got money for Planned Parenthood. Yeah, I'm giving a stern look. If you got money for posters, you got money for Planned Parenthood. They need it more than you need a piece of paper. But please buy stuff from my store. See the irony. Alrighty. It's 5 o'clock. Wow, am I reconnecting? Can anyone hear me? I don't know what's happening. My connection is unstable. I can't tell if anyone can see me. I don't know what's happening now. What's going on? Did I disconnect? Am I still streaming? I don't know. Am I talking to nobody? Am I in a void? It says my connection is unstable. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to type this. Can anyone hear me? The connection is so unstable. What is happening? I don't know what's happening. Maybe I got booted. I don't know what's going on. This is why I don't do this stuff, because I don't know what's happening. It says I'm not connecting, but maybe I am. Okay, I'm still here. I don't know what's going on. Well, apparently you can hear me, but nothing is happening and nothing is refreshing on my end. So thanks for stopping in. Continue donating because you should, because the U.S. is a hellscape right now. What does this have to do with Planned Parenthood? Are you just coming into this right now? There's like a whole thing. There's a whole thing. All right. Yeah, my chat's not up there. Maybe I gotta reload this. I don't know what's going on. Pop out chat? I don't know. I'm gonna say bye because it's 5 o'clock now. We can do this more in the future. It's fun. When will SDCC Happy Plates prints open up? Half of them are going to be at Comic-Con. Half of them will be home. I'll probably open up online sales, after the first day or so. Yeah, that's all. So, bye everyone. Goodbye. End stream. Click button. Bye.